Welcome into A Toast of Film. I'm one of your hosts, Ebo, and yes, I know I'm looking like one of your drunk uncles at a party, but hey, it's midweek, got a lot going on, got a lot of cool things coming up. The Falcons actually won. Happy about that. They are starting Michael Penix, interested in that, but hey, we got some great stuff for you today because I did a little double feature. I saw one this weekend, one this morning. So I'll be talking about Kraven the Hunter as well as the new Lord of the Rings War of the Rohirrim. And I'm going to do my best to rank the Sonyverse movies from bad to worse, worse to good, good to terrible. We'll get there, folks. But I am actually toasting. I made a little, I don't know if y'all can see, I made a little toddy with some classic lad scotch, and then I did some bitters, some fresh orange, and some ginger beer. And I gotta say, they make a potent drink, but it's pretty good. I'm not too mad at. I would suggest responsibly enjoying it. Classic lad, pretty good, beautiful, like aqua kind of turquoise vibe bottle. Pretty good. But that's not why you're here. You're here for the review. So first up, we have War of the Rohirrim. This is from director Kenji Kamiyama. And this is essentially, for those who have seen Lord of the Rings, read Lord of the Rings, any of that, this is how Helm's Deep got its legend. You know, this epic battle where we have Brian sorry, and he's a legend. I'm screwing up his name. Brian Cox as Helm Hammerhand. This dude, he is the Lord, the King of Roham, of the Rohirrim, you know, the horse riders. And he has his daughter, Hera, played by Gaia Wise. And everything goes bad when Luke Pasqualiano as Wolf, that's Wolf with a U, not an O. When Wolf, his father is killed in a skirmish with Helm. Helm lands one blow on old buddy dead. Just one blow, he's gone. And then he decides, okay, guess what? Me, some other, you know, of the Rohirrim, some of the hill folks, we taking everything you got. And this movie, Miranda Wise is back as Eowyn. She's narrating this. And this movie is so cool because it is in this anime style, you know, where you have this gorgeous animation, skewed in with like semi-realistic backgrounds, which I thought was cool. You have a lot of interesting things in here. Let me tell you, you have some scary things in here. The Oliphants, you know, like the big elephants that they rode in the Lord of the Rings movies, these things are terrifying. Like, they're huge. They got crazy eyes. They're just destroying things left and right. One of them's rabbit at one point. Very scary. And there's this island monster that, I mean, this thing is enormous because an oliphant is like 2-3 times as big as an African elephant, which is huge. And this island creature is probably 20 times bigger than that. So huge. You know, I really enjoyed the story with Hera where she's very good at combat, she's very good at writing, all kinds of things, and her dad's always trying to protect her and kind of not allowing her to be the warrior that she wants to be. The battle scenes are really cool. The voice acting is great. Like I said, the animation's beautiful. And this was a very good time. If you like Lord of the Rings, I think you will have a great time with this. It's probably the best of the animated Lord of the Rings movies, but that's not saying too much. You know, I have a soft place in my heart for those movies. I know a lot of people might not like them, but for War of the Rohirrim, I'm going to give it in the range of like 4 to 4.2, somewhere in there, because the pacing at points didn't work. Some of the animation at points, like Wolf's father, when he's moving, it's very weird. So I don't know about that, but the story was great. The voice acting was good. And I mean, 4 to 4.2 is a fantastic range to be at. So please check it out. Very good movie. Uh, and then there was Kraven. So online, a lot of people have been harping on Kraven. They've been hating on it. They've been talking about what a bad movie it is. And I don't let any of that perturb me. I go in, I'm going to like what I like. I'm not going to like what I don't like. And the problem is this movie is bad. That's just point blank. Lay it out on the table. This movie is bad. So it's directed by J.C. Chandler, who's actually done some good stuff. He's Trey loves the film All Is Lost that he did. And with this, you have Kraven, who in this one is Sergey, and he's done by Aaron Taylor Johnson. The opening scene CGI is terrible. Ariana DeBose plays Calypso. They make sure you know this because they say Calypso 11 times. And Russell Crowe's his daddy. It's just, the CGI is just so bad. The story is bad. The acting is bad. I mean, Aaron Taylor Johnson, he's doing the best he can with what is around him. He's trying. He is truly, I mean, he could not be trying for all I know. But in my eyes, he is like the only thing worth a crap in this movie. Some of the action's decent, but then you get all this CG mixed in. There are scenes where the characters' lips aren't synced. This was an issue they had it with Madam Web, which came out this year, which I forgot. Madam Web and Venom 3 were both this year. So they had 3 films this year, and not one are even good. What's up with that, man? I'm glad they announced it's over. And there's a character, Chris Abbott, who's going to be the new Wolfman. His character, the Foreigner, I would go on record saying, out of all the Sonyverse movies, all 6 of them, worst acting, worst character. And that's saying something, because there have been some atrocious acting, atrocious characters. He just, nothing about him made sense. They didn't explain anything. He wasn't cool. He wasn't interesting. Just every time he was on the screen, I sighed a little. And this movie, the budget is estimated at over 110 million. And domestically, it brought in 11 million this weekend. War of the Rohirim, $30 million budget, brought in 4 million this weekend. So not quite as bad, but neither film did great. And when you think about, we have Mufasa coming out this weekend, which I don't think looks good, but I was showing Trey top 10 performers of the year, box office wise, and 6 of the 10 are animated. So families are what is driving the theaters right now. So Mufasa is going to take the money. We also have A Complete Unknown. We have The Fire Inside. We have Nosferatu. So Kraven the Hunter, it's getting terrible reviews. Sony announced they're dead. It's not going to get any more money. War of the Rohirrim probably isn't either, because it's not a children's film, but it is an animated film, which can drive away some adult viewers. But Kraven the Hunter, it's bad. I'd give it, it's so tough, but maybe I'll put it in the 2.6, 2.7 range. It's pretty bad. And what's really bad is, let's talk about the Sonyverse. I'm going to attempt to rank these movies from 6 to 1. I don't know where to begin, guys. I truly don't. I don't feel good about this. Now, mind you, I have not rewatched a single one of these. This is a one and done for me, which is very rare, because I'll rewatch the heck out of stuff, even bad stuff. But at number 6, I got Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. This movie, I feel it is boring. I feel the middle where Venom runs away is probably the worst, maybe not the worst, but one of the worst things to ever be on screen. I hate it. It's boring. Other side characters try, but who cares? At number 5, I have It's Morbin Time, Morbius. Just the whole side thing with oh my god, I'm blanking on Doctor Who. Matt Reeves. I hope that's him. Matt Smith. Matt Smith. Haha. Um, where he's called like Shiloh or something, and that's not even his name, but everyone's calling him that. That was pretty bizarre, and I don't understand it. 4, I'll put Kraven the Hunter, just because the CG's bad. I hate everyone's stories. Kraven's decent. Like I said, Aaron Taylor Johnson, decent. 3, Madam Web, just because it's so bad I can laugh. And I mean, the characters, they're at least all actors or actresses that I enjoy. Number 2, shockingly, if you heard our review, Venom 3, The Last Dance. This movie is not good. I hate, with a capital H, the dance number. But at least at the end, they're like, you know what? You get a Venom and you get a Venom and everyone gets a symbiote. Crazy. But number 1, I have to put the first Venom. It's the most competent of these 6 films. It's the best made of these 6 films. It has the best CG of these 6 films. So it is the king of the bad. So there we go. Got your ranking, got 2 reviews. Please check out War of the Rohirrim. Very good. Whether you like animated films, Lord of the Rings films, or if you just like good films. Very good. Kraven, wait for it to pop on Netflix or whatever streaming service gets it. And maybe you'll enjoy it. Maybe not. Maybe it's better at home. I don't know. But we have so much coming. We have a special episode where I'll be reviewing Mufasa, Sonic 3, and Mr. Snail's Pick of the Week, which is Annabelle's Wish. Then next week, we will have Nosferatu for our Christmas special, as well as A Complete Unknown. And don't you fret, because the year is almost over, which means me and Trey's worst of the year, best of the year episodes coming soon. Stay tuned. And let me tell you the best ways to check us out. Check us out on Instagram and TikTok, A Toast to Film, all one word. Check us out at Twitter. Guys, words are hard. I tell you this all the time. Twitter at film_toast, or check us out on YouTube, and you can see me as your favorite drunk uncle, Cousin Eddie, some would say. And you just got to search Toast to Film Podcast. And from Trey and myself, we just wish you a good night and good view.